Hey everybody, Minchaka Chaper with another video from Disney's Sorcerer's Arena. I'll just be playing in the background while I kind of talk today. Another video today, so along the same lines as what I was talking about earlier in my video. See the card for that. It's about why I spend and how I spend. But I want to talk about like the real trick to controlling your spending in a mobile game. Especially if you don't have the money to spend, which is most people, I imagine. It's the fear of missing out. The fear of missing out is this idea that you have to get everything as soon as it comes out, all the time. This is extremely harmful, and it exists in every single mobile game. Any mobile game that has money where you can spend will basically incentivize spending by either making it easier for people that spend to get things or to progress. As Meathead, it said in the Discord, he's one of the devs, he said that this is a pay to progress game. This is not a pay to win. Like, just by paying doesn't guarantee that you'll have everything at max all the time. It just means you'll get there faster, which I've seen this firsthand in a lot of other games that do this poorly. Like Galaxies of Heroes for Star Wars is a really great example of how they're kind of like originally that's what it was. It was that you can unlock the characters the first 2 or 3 times they're through, and otherwise you have to wait like, who knows, 8 months before you have all the characters you need. But now it's just getting like you pay to get access to anything that's happening, which is a real bummer. But here I haven't necessarily seen it as bad. Kind of what I've seen so far from Disney's Sorcerer's Arena is this pay to progress where you can unlock things faster if you're paying. But this then also leads to this fear of missing out. Like, if you don't spend, then you're not getting it right now. And so if you're with this, like, you have this fear that you're missing out on like a top character or a character everyone loves, or you're not able to progress as fast as everyone else, and you feel like you're at a major disadvantage, which is a totally fair thing to think. I'm not saying that this is inherently bad and you're going to hurt yourself in the long run, but what I will say is that overall, if you can get over this I need to have everything right now feeling, then you're going to have a much happier time in the game without spending all your money. I've seen this with so many people where they spend themselves into oblivion because they can't handle the fact that they don't have every single character all the time, and so they end up spending way more money than they can afford in a game. And keep in mind, this is a game. Unlike some other games that are out there, this doesn't have any sort of international award or recognition competition. This is just a game with a bunch of friends where you get to unlock and play with Disney characters. A lot of these characters that we grew up with, that we love, and that we love to see, and it's fun to play with them because we get to, have Mulan with us. You get to have the Onward characters since the movie just came out. Like, there's a lot of stuff that is in here that I'm like, man, I love this. But if you can't get over the fact that not spending potentially means that it'll take longer and it'll be harder to keep up and unlock things, well, then you'll end up just spending. Or you'll just complain and stop playing the game despite the fact that you personally actually might love the game. And so, like, this is something that we all have to deal with. I say all because most of the people aren't the ones that are spending a ton of money, at least not yet since the game just started. There are people that are out there and they enjoy the game how they want to. But if you're kind of stuck in this idea that you have to have everything right now, you're going to be sorely disappointed by having a small pocket, and you're not going to be able to enjoy the game at its fullest. Instead, you'll just get either resentful or you're going to just be upset that you don't have everything you want. And this goes without saying that that's going to wear it down. It's going to make the game less enjoyable for you. So if you do want to enjoy the game and you aren't going to be spending $700 to $800 a month to keep up with everything, well then you're gonna have to understand that you're just not going to get things right away. That it's gonna take you time to get the characters unlocked. It's gonna take you time to get them up past tier 4, or even for some characters like Simba, for me, like getting him up to tier 4 is gonna take me some time, because I need just these, and I'm not gonna spend, you know, who knows how many crystals here before I can, or gems, until I can get it in the shop, because you can go in here, refresh until you get the thing you want there, and you can spend it. And I don't have the money to keep buying gems like that. I'm not going to be investing, so I'm just gonna have to take time. Like, as it's gonna take me a while to get these 20 brooms that I need, and I'm okay with that, you know. Like I said, like, I spend here and there, but I'm not spending all the time, and I'm spending for things that I find that are worth it, and that's just not something I find worth it. I understand. I've come to terms with the fact that I'm not gonna have everything at max all the time. I'm not gonna keep up with everyone. Again, my goal here is to eventually get to where I can make a little bit of extra money from YouTube, so I can invest it in the games that I play, so that you guys can get great content too. But even then, like, I'm still not gonna, like, that's not gonna be enough to make it so I have, you know, $10,000 to spend every month. I'll have a little bit of extra cash that I can spend here and there. What I really want from you guys to see is that I'm okay with being a middle tier person, in as terms as like where my roster is, and I'm okay with that. I understand that, and there are players that have played for a really long time. Again, I said SHD in the last video, and he's so good. He's smart, and he doesn't spend, and he just invests his time. And so, you know, like, for him, it's worth it for him to save the money and invest the time, and that's what he finds enjoyable, is like, how can I still keep up without spending? And he does a great job. He has great videos. If you're ever confused about what to do with Disney Sorcerer's Arena, go check him out. But really for me, like, I'm going to spend here and there. I'm going to spend on things I like, and I'm going to be okay with, like, not getting everything right away. Like, I'm not going to be spending $100 to get this Jafar bundle, and I'm okay with that. I've kind of let go of that fear of missing out, and I determine worth, and I always look through the lens of, I need to make sure I'm within my means, and I've grown accustomed to the fact, because I've played a lot of mobile games, that for me it's just going to take a lot longer to get to where people that spend are. But the beauty of mobile games, especially like this, is that there's like a cap. You know, like, right now there's a level cap, it's 60. Right now there's a tier cap, it's tier 7. It might take me a lot longer to get there than people that are spending a lot of money. I might not get every single character for a while, but it's a grind, and that's fun. If the only thing you're thinking about that's fun is how can I get everything right now, max out, and like destroy my enemies, you're gonna need a lot of money. Like, that's just the way it is. This is not different from this game versus any other game. But for me, I actually enjoy the grind. Now, I do set myself up a little bit by spending a little bit here and there and being smart about it, and being smart within my means. But then I realize I'm not spending all my money. And it's okay for me to be right here with like a 5-star Manticore and a 4-star Ian and a 4-star Barley, and I'll have to wait for the next time they come around, and you know, I'm okay with that. I didn't spend $700, or I didn't spend another $200 to get all of them up to 7 stars right away, and I'm okay with it. And if you're going to be the kind of like where I am, spending here and there, not spending a lot, and being part of the grind, find ways to enjoy the grind. You know, I have never spent in Star Wars Galaxies of Heroes, and I'm working my way up, and I enjoy the grind because I like seeing that, you know, like, my effort means something to them, unlocking these characters. And the same thing goes, like, Aladdin. You know, I have him at 5 stars, and I enjoy going in every single day to try to get him up to 7 stars. That's the grind. That's what makes the games fun. I don't enjoy spending all my money to get everything right away, because it ruins kind of the fun for me. I enjoy having to work hard at the game, having to think about it, having to strategize, having to watch YouTube videos and get some tips from other people. That's just my thoughts. Feel free to disagree with me. If you have different thoughts, leave them in the comments. I love to have these kinds of conversations with people. I love to see how other people think. For me, if you're not going to be spending, you have to be okay with not having everything. And if you can get to that point, then the game just becomes fun. It's just a grind that you get to enjoy. But if you're hung up, you're gonna get annoyed, and you're gonna hate the game. You're gonna be resentful of those that spend. It's just not gonna be a fun time. So those are my thoughts. It was a little rambly, and I really hope that at least some of you kind of agree with me. As always, feel free to leave comments, message me on Discord. It means a lot to me to know that I'm enjoying the game, and I'm slowly but surely getting better at making content for you guys. If you have any comments, requests, leave them below. If you like what you see, leave a comment and subscribe. If you really like what you see, share it with your friends and your clubs out there. As always, this is Mint Chocolate Chip, and I will see you guys in the next video.